Lesson number 13 is a note speller. Basically, I'm checking to see whether you can recognize the notes on the staff and whether you can color in the right fingering for that note. So let's start off at the top of the page. Let's write our note names in after we write our name in. Okay, so all of these boxes, I just find the note and I write it in. C, here's a D, here's an E flat. See how quickly you can write these note names in. Okay? Don't take forever figuring out what note names all of these are. Basically, it's only from B up to F, so it's only 5 notes. Now, the rest of this is a note speller, which means that I want you to be able to draw in the fingerings for that note. Since there are so many instruments that use bass clef, we're going to skip that, but you should be able to, if you've been playing in the band class and you've been working out of your beginner book, you should be able to know the fingerings, or on trombone, the positions for each one of those note names, and you should be able to color that in. But let's just keep going and write in the note names for number 11 through 20. Again, pretty quickly, because these are just right on the staff. Anytime you have a flat sign, make sure you write it in the box. Keep going quickly, as fast as you can. Don't be slow. If you're going to be slow, then you're going to read music slowly. You're not going to be very good at sight reading. You want to be able to think fast. All right, if you have that, spend a little bit of time. You can stop the video now. Spend a little bit of time going through and writing in your fingering, drawing in, either coloring in the fingers that you're using for each one of those notes, or circle the position on the trombone. So we want to make sure that you not only can read those notes on the staff, but you know the fingerings that those notes use. Let's move on to the second half of lesson 13. Basically, I'm doing exactly the same thing here, except for backwards. I'm telling you the note. I want you to draw the note. So let's just use the notes that we have learned so far. So D, I'm going to use whole notes. E flat, got to get a really nice flat sign in there. Okay, F. Try not to draw big old notes like that. Make sure that it's very legible. D, C, make sure you put it in the space. Don't draw too big of a note so that it kind of covers the space and the lines. E flat, B flat, F, D. All right, you can put an F way down here. You can put a C way down here, okay, etc., but let's just keep them in the staff for a minute. Now, let's go ahead and finish this off, and then you can go back and color in the fingerings later. So number 11, G. I'm thinking of my high G. If you're on a tuba, you might be thinking of your low G. B flat. I can think of my flat sign down here. Or if you're playing trombone, you might be thinking of a high B. Okay, same thing with F. Here or way down here. G. Bottom or here. D. Okay, my D, pretty much right in the center. If you're playing really high, you can think all with the ledger line. C, second space or ledger line. E flat, okay, here, or eventually your E flat will be way up there. G, good boys, or G up here. B flat, when I like in the center of the staff or up here. F, whoops, almost went to treble clef there. F, or way down here. So depending on your instrument, you might either draw lines that are up high or in the staff, okay? In the staff is the easiest for right now. When you finish this lesson, go back and write in all the fingerings for all of those notes.